My name is Dr. Paul Twist, Director of Neonatology at Winthrop University Hospital. I joined them in 1975 and have been there since. The case that I would like to present had to deal with an infant who was born at approximately 25 weeks gestation and was brought over to the unit, and there was a problem immediately because the mother was given a general anesthesia, and she was really not one that we could speak with at all for a while. The father who came over turned out was not married to the mother. Had received routine prenatal care up to that point. And we got into a dilemma where, yes, the baby was put on a respirator, baby had all the lines placed, and that was really, a gimme, no problem, and you just did it. However, what created the problem here was that legally the mother had the power of attorney, the one that made the decisions. The father was just the father. They had never been married at all. And a conflict developed between the two of them. They were not willing to decide on the treatment and the therapy that we were going to give, at the same time realizing that our long-term prognosis was not going to be normal. How could we predict that? You couldn't say, yes, a miracle could happen and the child would have been fine and danced forever. But the point is, it just doesn't work that way. As the case went on, the two of them kind of got farther and farther apart. The mother pretty much was there every single day. And you didn't see the father, and we'd check with the night shifts and whatnot if he had come in at all that way. Oh, it went on for probably weeks and weeks. And then one day he was there. And he was there, but the mother wasn't there, which kind of surprised everybody a little bit. At the same time, we allowed him to come in, and there wasn't any, problem that way. But what literally became the problem was that he then wanted to start making the decisions for the mother. And with that, you had a lot of conflict from the nursing staff to the social worker to the attendings, because from a medical legal point of view, the mother was the one who had the authority. But she seemed to feel threatened by him. And you could see that some of the decisions were being made not of what she would have wanted or that was probably best for the infant. But I mentioned to the nurses and to my associates, I think it was her fear of him that, I don't know if it was that he was going to harm her or just leave the situation, but you could see this developing. As it turned out, the baby eventually went home, was receiving home physical therapy, occupational therapy, social services. And the thing that is so troublesome to me, you knew you were dealing with that this baby could just die at any point in time also, because we weren't gaining weight. And they wanted the baby at home. And the climactic part, and the part that is still to today bothers me, because I really think what happened, which I will tell you in a minute, but the father was at home, the mother wasn't there, and he then called the rescue squad, and when they got there, the baby was apparently dead. To this day, and I really question if the baby was not, killed by the father, because there was no supervision there. Where